some little whiskers on them, 3 little dots right down underneath your circle here, and a couple of short little hairs off the side. Make sure they're short. He's a dog, not a cat. Alright, everybody following along? I think I heard one person go. Is everybody having fun?
Ooh.
Awesome. Alright, so we're going to go right up to the top of his muzzle right up here, and we are going to just do a little curvy line that starts right up here and curves up to that horizontal guideline. Same thing on both sides. Just a slight little curve. Just like that. Pretty simple. Next, what we're going to do is he's wearing a helmet. He's wearing an army helmet. And so what we're going to do is just really faintly put in where the helmet is so that we can draw the rest of his facial features. It's going to come in a slant, just about like that. And it's going to be kind of shaped like a UFO. So start like that, and then we're going to go up on the sides. Just kind of curve in a little bit on both sides. We're going to do this really light. We'll go back and finish this off a little bit later. And it's just going to be a big arch on the top. Really light. Alright, so once you get that really faint hat on there, we're going to go back and darken in this side of the circle right here that goes around and stops at where you started the hat right there, just like that. And same thing on the other side. It's going to finish off that part of his head, like so. Now for his eyes, we're going to start right at this top wrinkle. And we are going to just do kind of a C shape. It's going to curve out and up. Like that. Left hand side. Then what we're going to do is do kind of a very smooth V shape, kind of rounded off V shape. It's going to start at the top. It's going to curve down. Make a letter W in the middle. And then curve right back up. On the right hand side, it's going to curve a little bit higher up, all the way up to that top of your hat right there. And then we're going to follow a curve, a backwards C shape, all the way back down again. On the right hand side is more just a curve like that. Go back over those lines, make them a little darker. I'm going to give him some eyebrows. My eyebrows are going to start just on the side of his eye here, and curve up and follow the same curve as the eye. He's looking a little angry. He's mostly just standing at attention. On the other side, we're just going to see a little bit of the eyebrow there, and then a little bit on the other side of where the hat's going to be. Like that. For his pupils are just big ovals in the very corners. What you want to do is just really lightly get the whole oval shape in there on both sides. Really lightly. And then when you go back over your shapes again, you're just going to do the part that you can see inside of the eye on both sides. You always do the whole shape. It gives it a better look than if you just stop and start in places. Darken in those lines, shade in his pupils while you're up there. Now his ears, actually going to be be saluting with his left ear. So what we're going to do is we're going to just make a V shape. We're going to start right on the side here, and we're going to curve out, and then curve back, and curve out again, just a Z shape, not a V shape, V. And then on the inside, we're just going to follow that same Z shape. We're just going to round out our curves a little bit until we get up to the top, and then we're going to round that out. Once you get the shape you like, go ahead and go over it again, a little bit darker. Like so. Now before we get the other ear, we're going to see a bit of his collar on the bottom here. We're going to do two arches. One that's going to go underneath his chin, so you want to do it really lightly. And then another one a little bit lower down. And that bottom one you can actually curve all the way down to the bottom of your paper, depending on where you drew your Pluto. Like so. Those lines again. And then we're just going to do little lines down on each side. That's going to be for his collar. You're going to see a little bit of his neck, just a tiny bit in the corner. Just a nice little spot right there. Now his right ear is, we're going to see just a little bit of it coming down from the side of his head. Just barely. And then we're going to see the rest of it coming out from the side. It's going to be mostly behind his collar and his body. Like so. You can go back over your hat shape once you get those ears drawn on there. Just go over the shape you already did. Don't go over any lines that go behind anything else. Now on his helmet, he's got chin straps. So we're just going to do some lines coming down from the side, just like that, just back by his ear. Going to do 3 lines, 3 slanted lines, 1, 2, and 3, right there. And then on the right-hand side, we're going to do the same thing on the corner. 1, and then 2, and 3. Back over those, make those darker. Now really all you need to do is go back over and shade in his ears. Best way to shade is turn your pencil to the side, put a nice brush stroke on there, so you're not digging your pencil into the paper. Up on his hat, I'm just going to do a little curvy line in here. It's just going to give it a little bit of depth to it. I'm going to go ahead and shade in that very side of the hat. The very last thing you want to do is throw your signature on there. That way everybody knows whose masterpiece this is. And the date, which is January 6th. 2009. And there you have it, guys. A quick 20-minute lesson on how to draw World War II Pluto.
Thank you.
Thank you. How'd everybody do? Awesome.
I need an eraser.
Nice job, guys. Fantastic work. These are all refrigerator worthy. Very nice. So thanks again, guys. Remember to leave those pencils behind.
I drew more than a
Very
kid.
nice job. Exit doors are now open. Go ahead and take a left out those doors. You head back outside. If you turn right, you can come into the next class. I will not be drawing Pluto in the next class. How'd you guys do? Oh, that looks awesome. Nice job. Good work.